whatever. Anyway, whoa, yo, what's up? It's Terror Talk. What's going on? We're doing a review today. You've probably seen our Insidious review and our James Wan retrospective. Please click below and watch those first if you'd like. Because today we're reviewing Insidious 5, The Red Door.
Cue music right here.
Did you like it?
I did not.
Me neither. I hated it. Hated it.
And here you guys go. Oh, look at these assholes. They
I'm
don't
a cinema
movies.
snob.
But you know what? We're being honest with you.
Look,
we're not lying.
We're going to get our truest take here in Terror Talk.
We're going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And we could debate, and you could maybe one day convince us.
Maybe.
Maybe Wishmaster 3 is really good.
Maybe Wishmaster 4 is the best.
No.
It's not.
Maybe The Crow, the third one, or
look,
the TV
these
series
are just
was
our
good.
opinions at the end of the day, right? We're just two random guys on the internet giving you opinions on different horror movies, right? We don't guide your life in any way, shape, or form. If you liked Insidious 5, The Red Door, it doesn't say anything about you and your taste. There's movies that I like that you'd probably be like, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you my thoughts. I'm going to tell you why I didn't like it, and I'm just going to go through some of the reasons why I didn't like it and go step by step with it. And if you agree with it, no. If you didn't, maybe I'll give you a different perspective on something. How about that?
I like that.
Yeah. So
I think you
5,
guys like that too.
You like that?
And like this.
So Insidious 5, The Red Door takes place years after the second movie.
And really quick, can I say
What,
he grew really quick.
What do you mean?
The little boy.
It's like 9 years.
Yeah, but still, he's a big guy now.
He's a big boy.
Big boy.
He's a big boy.
I saw that. I was like, oh shit! I had to look it up to make sure. If
It's really him.
It's
Yeah,
the same guy.
Yeah,
but
kids, you know, in the snap of the finger, kids, a little baby, and then boom, they're driving a car.
Yeah. Or going to college.
They're going to college. You know, so so this takes place 9 years after the second movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Patrick Wilson and his sons are they're able to astral project and go into the realm called the Further. So in order for them to not do that again, they erase their memories in the second movie, willingly erase their own memories so that this can't come back because they can accidentally start traveling into the Further. And they felt that for the safety of them and their family, if they don't remember that they can do that, then they won't go into the Further where there's a bunch of tormented, vengeful souls that are there trying to come back to the living, and they hate us because we're alive.
And demons as well.
Demons. All kinds of stuff back there. I don't know. Maybe your ex-girlfriend's back there.
Maybe a couple of them.
Oh, no. Very vengeful. But so we find out now, we fast forward all these years, we find out that Patrick Wilson's mother is dead, and it brings the family together. And shortly after that, we find out that Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne are divorced.
We're actually using their like real names.
Yeah, I don't know their names.
Well,
you know what I'm talking about. That's better. Who cares?
Yeah. I know Dalton's the kid's name.
Yeah, Dalton. Okay, Dalton.
Yeah.
And Dalton is going to college. But
Yes.
it seems like Patrick Wilson is pretty estranged from his family in the same way that his father was estranged from him. His son goes to school, and he's an art major. Hilarity ensues, and some of their memories of the Further start coming back. And some enemies...
9 years ago, just now.
Yeah, just now.
The whole entire time, they're just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's implied
Yeah.
that sometimes it's a little bit foggy.
Just a little bit like,
yeah, Patrick Wilson thinks he might have like a tumor or something like that.
He gets MRI.
He gets MRI. And we go to my bad. We go to the we move a little bit further into the future. Further.
Oh, this is gonna be a drinking game. Every time we say further, you got to take a shot.
Yeah, and then you got to take a shit. After that.
Can you imagine that? You're pushing so hard. I can't.
Further,
shit.
I can't do it anymore.
Ah.
But so these ghosts start coming back. Their memories start coming back fragmented in a way, and they have to find a way to not only stop whatever entities are coming back for them, but also rekindling and reuniting their relationship as father and son. Does that sound like a good time to you?
No.
It doesn't. It's
and
not
then
good.
They accidentally go into the Further, too.
They do.
You know,
they
just
do.
like-
Well, that's
yeah.
that's part of the memories coming back. They go to the Further. They meet some new
My
friends, some old ghostly friends, and then hilarity ensues. Now, let me ask you this. That's pretty much the synopsis of the movie without spoiling too much. But now we're going to jump into some spoilers. What didn't you like about this movie?
Like, for me, it's the pacing of the movie.
Oh,
it's boring.
The pacing's terrible.
Yeah, like, if you look at Insidious, right, the pacing was perfect. It's like you're not waiting for something. Everything's just being fed to you right. You know, you get your appetizer. Oh, it's delicious. Great. Not even 2 minutes go by. You get your refills. Then comes your entree. And then you look at a dessert menu, and that's it. I'm hungry. by the way. But
I can tell.
No, but it's just the pacing because to me, I was watching the movie just like this.
Yeah, I see.
And then when something cool happens, I'm like, oh wow, this is gonna be great. And then we have like another hour of just
Yeah, of just like nothing going on.
Dalton fucking
being angsty.
Yeah.
One of the aspects I didn't like. I'll start with the first thing I didn't like. And I'll go from like the less egregious to the most egregious.
Cool.
The number one thing, the least egregious thing I didn't like was okay. So they introduce a new character. I don't know her name. I don't want to call her the black girl.
Yeah, but no, I know what you're talking about.
But
It's his friend.
It's a new girl, right? That comes in.
That he pranks.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Remember, doesn't he prank her? He goes into the further and
but I think that was like I think
but
that was
I'm
like
just
he was
like-
just messing around because
Yeah,
he
but
didn't.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Like,
But anyway,
to her, that was probably terrifying.
they introduce a new girl. I don't want to refer to her as a black girl. What's her name? She actually reminds me of a friend of mine. She reminds me just like the personality, everything. It's like hilarious. I texted her right after the movie. I was like, I think I met your daughter. But so as he's going to college, Patrick Wilson and his son are going on a very awkward road trip because they're estranged, and then they drop him off. He drops him off, and the housing department makes a mix-up, and there's a girl with a guy in the same room. In Dalton's room, there's a girl sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you this: as a guy who's been to college,
Art school, bro.
as a guy who's been to college,
School of Arts.
this shit would never happen.
Especially
ever happen.
Especially today.
See, I thought they were gonna do a whole like non-binary thing. With
Okay.
that. Like, because I thought it was like,
okay.
oh no, because she was a woman, and you're like, you don't want to assume anybody's gender or anybody's
Yeah.
thing like that. So yeah, I thought when she was there, she's like, oh no, my name's Kyle. Like I'm not a woman.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna go the woke route. I thought they were gonna do,
Yeah.
but she is actually a woman. And she is a woman, and then the registry basically says oh you're just gonna have to stay here, tough titties, and it's like not tough titties, because if I was that little girl's father, we're gonna have major problems. I'm talking lawsuit, baby.
But like, why?
You're not staying with a guy.
But why do that in the movie, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
why
it,
make it like that?
Why make it
The dorms are already co-ed. You could just meet her across the dorm.
Yeah, you don't have to be her roommate and stuff
So,
like that.
yeah, that's a little bit of a nitpick,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But one thing,
That's true.
But the one things I don't like about this movie, and this is the basis of it. The college drama bullshit in this movie.
Okay.
You got the frat boys. You got the bullies. You got the weird guys. You got, I'm like, wait a minute. What am I watching here? So we spend too much time even with Dalton and frat guys and college drama, and it's part of the story because one of the college kids dies during a hazing thing or one of a drinking thing, so he can see the ghost as his first encounter with a ghost. But please, you could have done it in a different way. You got the douchey frat guy who's doing all kinds of weird stuff, and it takes up so much time. It takes up so much time in the film, and you're just sitting there like, okay, can we get to the stuff? Can we get to the stuff with the things? None of this is interesting, sir.
And be like, hey, can we go to the further?
Yeah, can we go there?
Yeah, can we see the red
where
lipstick?
the hell is Lin Shaye? because the lack of Lin Shaye in this film is so glaringly bad. Like, it's so you miss her so much watching this movie. You're like, it's missing that pizzazz. It's missing that funk.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any funk.
No, it was just Dalton's bullshit.
It was Dalton being angsty. He's like the worst kind of teenager because, okay, I get what he's going through. He's going through the whole, the further stuff. He has fragmented memory. He got his memory wiped by some who didn't do a very good job, by the way. I want my money back. I want my money back.
Hi, I still remember some stuff.
Yeah.
I just had an MRI and I saw a fucking
I
ghost
think we
come
need to
at
do
me.
this every 5 years and redo this. So, you
Hey, so I was getting an MRI at the doctor's and this ghost just ran at me.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to remember that? They're like, yeah, no. I'm sorry. Here's your refund.
Yeah, so he's like the worst kind of teenager because, why do they always make these teenagers super angsty and super rebellious all the time? Not every kid is like that, right?
I think they're just stuck in how movies were portrays of college students.
They always do that.
And
Why
they're
can't he just
there.
be a good kid? Why can't he just be like, I love my dad. I love my mom. My dad's not around. I get it. I'm angry, but I still love him.
Yeah.
And if I get to go different places with him. Why does it always have to be the same fucking guy, the same guy every single time in these movies? Dalton is literally a carbon copy of every angsty teenager you see in every single horror, drama, thriller, action movie where the father is estranged. Why can't you do something different? It's like they took the template and said, hey, let's just get that guy from Hostage with Bruce Willis. Let's just get that freaking girl from any other movie. Not every kid is the same. And he's just a chore to watch because you're just sitting back like, dude, you're in college. Your dad probably freaking paid for it, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
He
Especially
definitely
for art,
paid
art
for
school.
it. And you're sitting there, you're doing your art project, which good luck with a career. You know, you're having a good time. All he asked you was to just, hey, why don't you go to a party? And you always have to give him lip and attitude. Not every kid is attitude like that. Not every kid gets lip. This is the thing about me. I'm American, right? And then the Americans get this rap that we're like that. But my mother is not from America. She's from the Philippines, and she's, we don't do that shit. They don't do that shit over there. Like, you respect your parents. You respect, like, your elders. You show signs of, like gratitude, because it's just the way it is. Like, and I hate seeing this over and over and over again. Like, I get it. You have to have these characters sometimes in films.
Yeah.
It's
when
part
it's
of it.
called for, though.
When it's called
like,
for.
let's say a comedy. Yeah, get that motherfucker in there, But for a horror movie, in today, it's kind of like
it's annoying.
Yeah.
It's just annoying, and part of the reason why is because they erase their memory, right? I promise you this: I've never been anything like that with my dad, right? Twice, by the way. If those two remembered their memories and they went through that, the ghost and monsters and going and saving him, he goes back. The first movie, just to refresh your memory, Patrick Wilson goes back to save his kid.
Yes.
Second movie, the kid goes back to save Patrick Wilson, right? So they've been through quite a bit, to say the least.
Yeah.
If they remembered their memories, I guarantee you that kid wouldn't be so damn ungrateful and angsty. He'd be happy to be fucking alive.
Yeah. Yeah.
You survived multiple demons, multiple ghosts. Together, you saved each other's lives at least once, and you both have a fantastical power that's beyond the understanding of this world. So by erasing your memory, you kind of like made it worse. And it didn't even work because now you're remembering.
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
Woo!
Didn't like that. Didn't like that aspect.
And that's just one aspect, too,
It's
of the movie.
the same thing over and over again, right? And then you got that. You got the angsty stuff. And then we move on to the scares of the movie. Talk about the scares a little bit.
Yeah, see, here's my thing, man. Like, for jump scares, let's get clever with it. Let's get different. Stop staying in how they were in, like, the 90s, 2000, early 2000s.
Yeah.
It's so boring. Like I was saying before, there was, like, one jump scare I liked a lot. I know everybody keeps talking about the MRI. And when he was getting MRI,
it was ruined for me in the trailer. The MRI.
Yeah,
part,
that too. I saw it coming. But like the one where he was painting and then the hand just slaps his
Oh
hand.
yeah, and he cuts his hand.
I was like, oh shit, that was a good jump scare. Everything else was like, you saw it coming.
Wasn't there a lot of blood from his hand?
Yeah, that's
like,
how.
Why was there so much blood?
Isn't that how the door gets red?
Yeah, because he was like painting it with his blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And then let's talk about the professor too, really quick.
the art professor. What is that?
Like when you're making a movie, you're like, I would be like, hey, she got to be like this,
Yeah.
or can we just, you bring unneeded attention to certain characters that doesn't help out the movie at all.
She reminds me of
that just kind of distracts you, from,
because
from what's going on.
She had really nothing to do in this movie. Like there was nothing very special about her character.
But the way she was portrayed,
right? It made it seem like there was something more to her.
Maybe she's a demon.
Right?
Maybe she's this.
The way that they portray her, they're like, okay, there's something more to this character.
Yeah.
Like maybe she's
and
gonna help him out.
Too.
Yeah, but it's like no.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's just
how it is. It reminded me. Her performance, that character, reminds me of the extra in the back of Teen Wolf that pulls out his penis. You ever see that Teen Wolf?
I did not.
So at the end of Teen Wolf, they're celebrating, and there's a guy with his penis out in that movie. Yeah. Yeah, go rewatch it.
Yeah, I really have to now. It's so
this is turning into penis talk. But
I know.
But what I mean by that is...
Here we go.
Here we go. Penis
was
talk.
Was the penis big or small?
It was normal size. But this is the thing about that, why I bring that up, because it's like the extra in the background that's distracting, doing too much.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that extra's doing too much, and he's distracting from the movie. Like, her performance was distracting enough where it was like, what was the point of her being the way she was?
Because you know, when you see that part, right? When you guys watch it, you're gonna be like, you're gonna remember that. You're gonna be like, okay, I need to remember this.
Right.
You know, there's gonna be like a part in the movie. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, it was, this, and it's not.
Yeah. Okay, so like real quick, this is Patrick Wilson's first movie.
Direction.
Yeah, directing. Should we be a little bit more lenient on him?
I'm gonna be lenient on him because I'm gonna be honest with you.
Fuck him.
I think the story
yeah.
was just bad.
It was bad. Do you think his directing was good?
For a first-time director.
Yeah.
It's tough, man.
Yeah.
I will say
he had a lot of help. He had a lot of help.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he kind of tag team. If this was his own movie,
yeah,
that's a different story. But it's not. His movie's already been done. He's acting in it. He has an
maybe
advantage.
Maybe I missed it. Did you see James Wan's name anywhere on this?
As a producer,
it was. God, I didn't see his name anywhere on this. I
think he co-produced or something.
Okay.
Like that. But
and Oren Peli did it, like the guy who did Paranormal Activities. He was executive producer on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought I did see James Wan as a co-producer or something like that.
Yeah.
Definitely nothing with writing or
co-directing. No. Because this just doesn't have any flair. That's just to add on to your point about the jump scares. The jump scares in this film are rehashed versions of the jump scares we already saw.
Yeah, and it's nothing. Like there's some cool ones, right?
And then some of the jump scares don't even make sense. Like I will go.
Well, that's not Insidious roles. Remember, she gets slapped in the face from the
yeah. Insidious too. But then there's a part where
I'm gonna keep
spoiler alert. Yeah, but that scene. So there's an ongoing ghost that keeps following Patrick Wilson, and spoiler alert, we later find out that it's his father.
Yep.
So the way he's trying to get his attention is like
I know what you're talking about.
The first time he meets him, he smashes his body through the window. Patrick Wilson's running away, and then he's walking to him like a zombie, like in a choking form, like about to choke him. And I'm like, wait, don't you just want to like? At the end of the day, the ghost.
About the scene though, it's like so he's trying to get his memory back. So he has these things against the window. So he's playing a game, and then a jump scare is coming.
Yeah.
And you see his dad, with the ghost by the tree.
Yeah. And then he just smashes through the window. He's like,
Hulk smash!
Yeah.
Just like
head
first too.
He pops into his house like the Kool-Aid man, like he's like and he's just like his dad. It's unclear, but I think the dad wants to let his son know that I didn't leave you. I loved you. I didn't leave you. I didn't leave you alone. Right?
And he's saying it in his
own way by smashing his head right there. He's like smashing it. He's like, son, I just want to tell you I didn't leave you. I always loved you. He's like, get the fuck away from me.
Like, no, what the fuck?
Don't kill me. Yeah, the jump scares were confusing, and they were like the jump scares we've always seen before. Like, if you look at movies like Conjuring and Conjuring 2, right? Those movies did jump scares, very heavy in jump scares. But the way they did the jump scares were just like unmatched.
But they got better.
They got better.
It's not like, oh, hey, this is like
screen,
the first one.
Right? Look at the negative space.
Yeah.
Then the screen. Then the negative space. Back to my face. Back to the negative space. Back to the screen. And then boom. Then they get you. And you're like, but it's a point where you weren't. You're thinking the jump scare's coming. You're holding your breath, and it doesn't come. And then you're holding your breath, and it doesn't come. And then you're like, okay, I'm okay. And then, boom, it comes.
Yeah.
It's like it was Patrick Wilson or whoever conducted these jump scares together, whoever put these jump scares together. They were just like, well, let's see what worked in the other movies and just do it what that is.
I agree. That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
And also a lot of people were saying about his directing debut, maybe he's too close to the character.
Oh, okay. True.
Maybe he held back on a lot of things that he should have done to his character. You know what I mean?
True.
Like just a different way, and then he just didn't want to. For his first directing movie.
Yeah, he wanted to be careful with it. It feels like a very carefully crafted movie. It doesn't take chances. It doesn't take risks. It wears its heart on its sleeve. It's kind of like talking about relationships with fathers and sons, generational trauma, mental illness. Like it really wants to stir up those aspects, but at the end of the day, you got to make a good movie, my man. Yeah. You got to just make a fun movie and this was a big undertaking as well because it's the 5th series in a long-lasting, beloved, series of movies.
This is the end, apparently, right?
I hope it is because I can't take any more of this.
Finale, so.
And then another part that was like the one aspect I have about this is like the moment I kind of checked out in the movie. It was like the character choices and story choices are so confusing. And by confusing, I mean, I'll give you the example. So the whole movie, I'm trying to understand why they got divorced, right? Why Rose Byrne and Patrick Wilson got divorced. Even when I saw the trailer, like, why are they divorced? I mean, you've been through some shit.
Like, what happened?
Yeah, you've been through some shit. Like, if me and my wife survived, like, a murder, like, somebody was trying to murder us in our house and we all survive and all the kids live, like, yo, that bond is for life. Like we're never gonna leave each other. You can never break. You can never break. I can never see myself being like, oh yeah, well, we gotta. No, I'll be like, hey, remember when we almost got murdered? Oh, that's true. Like it's something that solidifies the family. Like COVID, when COVID hit, a lot of people had to stay in their houses together, right? Everybody was scared, right? So what happened with a lot of families is either they broke up or they became stronger. And if you were strong in the beginning, it just solidified your relationship.
Yes.
But this long-winded response is the reason they give that Rose Byrne and Patrick Wilson get divorced is so mind-boggling to me.
No, you're good.
Oh, good. Mind-boggling to me because Rose Byrne basically says, "Hey, listen, remember in part 2 when you almost killed the kids? They can't forget that. So, and I can't forget that. I mean, I know it wasn't you. I know it was a spiritual groomed monster ghost, trans groomed ghost that took you over your body and forced you to do that. I mean, it literally was no aspect of him was in him. It was using his body as a vessel. His body and soul was completely out into the further.
He was in the further. Yeah,
it was just meat. It was meat.
Yeah.
It wasn't him. So, and then she goes, I know it wasn't you, but the kids don't know that. All they know is that you were seeing that, and I couldn't take it anymore. I divorced you. Now, the reason why this is problematic for 2 reasons. Number one is you don't leave somebody because that. like this person was mentally under drugs. Like the same thing as somebody was under influence of drugs, said something that you didn't like and you left. It wasn't them. They weren't there. Number 2, why this makes it problematic is because his memory was erased in the second movie. Yeah. So the fact that his memory was erased, he doesn't even know what he did. And then now you're like, well, he didn't even know he had the power to project.
Wait, what? Yeah,
he didn't have you left him for something that he can't even defend himself with. You left him because you couldn't handle that aspect of it when you already erased it. It would have worked better if Patrick Wilson initiated the divorce. If Patrick Wilson was like, I'm not feeling right. I don't feel good. I feel like I'm going to hurt the kids. I need to find myself. Or
one of those,
he keeps remembering him trying to hurt the kids.
Yeah.
And he's
that would have been cool.
And then he's like, I feel like it could happen again. Like, I don't want to hurt the kids, so I got to remove myself from this situation so I don't hurt them in the future if it doesn't come back, because it could come back. Yeah. Something like that. But no, it's Rose Byrne who initiates the divorce, and it just makes her character gross. It makes her gross and disgusting. Yeah. And then at the end of the movie, she's just like, yeah, you know what? You can come by a little bit. And no. And they try to have some kind of resolution between that. No. They character assassinate that character. They make her a terrible person in this movie for doing that. You don't leave somebody in their darkest moments. You already know what happened to him.
And she knows everything.
Yes.
Her memory wasn't wiped.
Right.
His
was. And you know everything that happened to him, the violation that he went through, and you're going to leave him in his darkest moment and destroy the family? Because that's what she did. She drove a stake through that family because now the son, who also went through the same trauma, doesn't like his dad. The kids are estranged, and shame on Barbara Hershey, the mother as well. The mother was complacent with that. It's cool. It's cool that you got divorced. If I was the mother, I'd be like, you probably shouldn't get divorced because of that.
I'd be like, take some time off.
They needed to find a better reason. Whoever wrote that, I don't know what was going on in your mind, but that, nah, man, nah, homie, that was sour. You kind of killed. I like Rose Byrne's character in the first 2 movies.
Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah,
and I like Rose Byrne.
She's a caring mother. She never gave up.
Never gave up.
She even in the big. I think it was the first one when he was just kind of whatever. You know, he was in and out. She was busting her ass. And you saw that she's cooking for the kids, cleaning, doing everything.
She did everything.
Being the super mom that she is. Mm-hmm. And now she's like,
she's
an asshole.
F it. I'm good. F it. To add insult to injury, whoever wrote this movie, you know what you should have did? You should have had her banging another guy at the same time. That would have been just a cherry on top. Why not? You already assassinated her character. You might as well bury her too. Yeah. That aspect of it, I was just kind of man, that leaves a very bad taste in my mouth. That's really annoying. That's like if, Reagan, who was in The Exorcist, who was possessed by the devil or Pazuzu, and she gets her body back, she gets her life back, and the mom's treats her differently because of all the things that she did when she was possessed by a demon. You cannot hold those things against her because you know for a fact she was not in control of her body. You got to move past that. If you're just gonna be oh nah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna disown you because you did all those things.
And it's one
thing. That's disgusting.
It's one thing if you heard about it.
Yeah.
But she saw it. She knew
exactly what was going on.
Everything. And she's just you know what? Fuck this guy.
Yeah. Just fuck this guy.
And it's kind of
she's
okay.
Fuck him. Really? Are you kidding me? In sickness and in health, for better or worse, till death do you part. She was like, fuck all that noise. She's like, for better or worse, kiss my ass.
If you went to save our son from the further and came back, fuck you.
And she actively, by doing that, she actively made her other children's lives worse by thinking that she was protecting them from what? From something that already happened. But now you take away their dad, and now they're all screwed up. The kids are all jacked up. Like they're all ruined because you couldn't keep the shit together, and it's not Patrick Wilson's fault because he can't even remember it.
Yeah.
He can't even know why you're doing these things.
Yeah.
And that whole admitted scene, I was in the audience just like, yo, are you kidding me? I was looking around like,
You're
guys.
and everybody's just like
Eating their fucking popcorn, eating their milk duds, sucking on their delicious Slurpees. I hope I'm not making you hungry. And I'm sitting there like, guys, is anybody else watching this but me? Am I going crazy? Am I going mad? Why? So other than the bland direction,
you're doing like your Raul Julia.
Yeah.
Am I mad?
Yeah.
Has the planet gone mad? My brother, passion's hostage. I seek justice. Denied. I shall not submit. I shall conquer. I shall rise.
Yeah.
It's like, I am a man who... Yeah.
I was sitting there like, am I in kangaroo court? I was like, why is nobody else seeing this? I'm screaming. I'm like looking in the theater. I'm just looking around at everybody. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yo, you guys are just watching this? Are you watching the same movie I'm watching? But, of course, the movie is filled with a bunch of kids just looking for a good scare and a good time with their dates. So it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, I may be a cinema snob, but I take these movies very seriously when I watch them.
But you're absolutely right. You're not making shit up.
Yeah, I'm not making it up. That's why I didn't like it.
It's just kind of like one of those things, like, why would, of all things, even the way you said they should have done it, like if Patrick Wilson was the one that did the divorce.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I don't feel right. It doesn't feel good the same way that we used to.
Yeah.
Because something's missing.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Yes. He should have initiated
But I
it.
need time off. And
Yeah.
she should have been like, okay, maybe we need this.
Yes. And then you could have even added that extra spice of the fact that the kid, that
And then
she's
he
afraid.
bangs a girl.
Yes, Kate Winslet, maybe. But
Rooney Mara.
Rooney Mara. No, chill. No, leave Rooney out of this. Hey, Rooney, call me. No.
Oh, they're sisters too. So
Yeah, Rooney and Kate.
Yeah. I'll say, hey, Kate.
I didn't get 100 likes, so I'm not telling my Kate Mara story. You're never gonna get it out of me. But
and we didn't get 100 likes. You won't see us shirtless either. So
No.
keep it up.
Win-win, I guess. But anyway,
Watch just 1,000 likes. You're like, oh shit.
Don't buy those likes. You buy them from China. I could buy likes on
I've
YouTube.
made 100 subs.
If you buy likes and subs, YouTube finds out about that too.
Yeah, but they're getting better about it now.
Yeah.
I think AI are doing that too now.
AI, that's scary. Like the Mission Impossible villain.
Maybe we are AI. We're not real people. You never know.
Are we? What is real?
I don't know anymore.
I know this review is
Then we
real.
have to do DMT and find out.
Yeah. Anything else?
When you know is real.
Anything else about this movie you didn't like?
Well, can I be honest?
Go
For
ahead.
All the Insidious controversy, can we get a different composer? We keep using the same fucking guy. I mean, he does a great job. It's okay. But come on, let's give jobs to other people. There's other composers out there.
Spread the wealth.
There's just other people out there. Just hire them. Some people do it for free. Just saying.
Would you do it for free?
Fuck yeah, I would do it for a big time movie.
Hell yeah, right? But other than that, the movie was.
What do you give it? Is it a brown tea?
It's brown. It's a brown tea.
A shit tea movie?
It's a brown tea. No, but not only it's a brown tea. I'm gonna give it the Sludge Award, the Sludge Tea Award. This movie does so much wrong. It does everything wrong. Like there's nothing that it does that's admirable or good or fun or interesting or scary or insightful. It checks every single box of mediocrity and bad. I can't see myself in any aspect ever watching this movie again, ever recommending it. I wish I'd never seen this movie.
What would you rather pick, Pope Exorcist or this movie?
Pope Exorcist because of the thick girl. It was a very thick woman in that
like
movie.
the prequel to Men in Black.
I feel like I'd rather watch anything than this movie. This movie, to me, while Insidious Part 1 is probably in my top 30 horror movies of all time, I think it's perfect.
Yep.
Insidious 5, The Red Door, is in my bottom 50 horror movies of all time.
That's crazy.
Didn't like it at all. There's not one aspect of this movie
What would you
I
rather
like.
watch, The Retaliators or this one?
Retaliators. Yeah, Retaliators.
At least Retaliators was
it's a mess.
It kept you in.
Yeah, it's a mess, but it's interesting. Like
it's
this is
a mess.
Retaliators is a movie I'd show my dad, and then he'd be like, "Damn, that was good. You saw the part when he kicked that guy?" I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, I did." He would like that. He would like Retaliators. Insidious 5. I went with my dad also to see Insidious 5, and he didn't like it either. None of us liked it. It's one of the worst horror movies I've seen. There's nothing I can recommend about it. There is not one aspect of this film that I find satisfying or good. So for that, you get the Sludge Tea Award.
That's a bad one.
That's the worst. That only gets reserved for some of the worst horror movies I've ever seen in my life.
And 2023, what's going on? Where them horror movies at, baby? Let's
2023
go.
sucks for horror. Please, I'm waiting for Talk to Me. If that movie sucks, I'm going to have to stop doing this channel. I don't think I want to do this anymore. Talk to Me looks good.
24 would never...
don't let me down, baby.
Don't do it.
Because if that movie sucks, man, I don't know what to do.
There's another one coming out in October, too.
What is it called?
I forgot which horror movie. There's a couple.
Oh, there's another movie with Homelander in it called Cobweb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
that comes out soon. I want to see that. That looks okay.
That looks good.
That looks pretty good. I love Homelander.
We still have Infinity Pool.
Infinity Pool was good, but it's not all the way horror. It was like more like a
kind of
thriller sci-fi with horror aspects.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's not been like Scream 6 kind of was sucked. You know, it wasn't great.
Well, Scream 6 is just going on.
Yeah.
It's just following the trends of certain movies.
What's happening? What's happening to our horror movies? Well, you know, we still get some. Well, we'll talk about that in our Terrifier. Watch our Terrifier review.
Yeah, finally, it's coming out.
Yeah, part 2 is coming out soon. We promise. We had some technical difficulties, but Insidious: The Red Door. What do you give it?
Out of a 10?
No,
no, it's a shit tea.
Yeah, shit tea.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. This movie.
My brother said he hates that.
No,
he hates our review system.
Why?
The teas. He
It's
doesn't like them.
It's a shitty movie.
Yeah, he doesn't like.
There is no, platinum, gold, and then shit tea.
Yeah, platinum, gold.
There's nothing.
There's nothing between there. Maybe bronze. We should do a bronze in there.
Yeah,
no, but bronze is
like
already
shit.
brown.
Yeah,
Silver.
but silver like platinum though.
No, well, silver, platinum. Well, we'll do silver, gold,
How about
platinum.
green?
Silver. What, green?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
green
Captain
tea.
Planet
Green
colors.
tea.
Green tea. Yeah.
Okay, so
With
the green.
tea. Yeah, green is like. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, but it doesn't correlate with the elements. It should be silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and then shit. Because we have to have more of a range. I think.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Let us know below. Do you like that rating system?
Yeah, I'd recommend one, but we like shit tea's not leaving.
No.
Brown
Shit tea.
tea's
So
for
it would
life.
be like shit tea. Then you'll have the silver tea. Then you'll have gold, platinum, and diamond is the best one. Diamond.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
diamond would be like hereditary.
diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Yes.
Yes.
Every kiss begins with
K. But that was our review for Insidious: The Red Door. Did you hate it as much as me? Did you like it? Let us know in the comments below.
Come on and comment. Let's go. We like to talk to you guys. Come
Like
on.
this video. Subscribe to our channel. Hit that bell notifications and hang out with us for more horror movie reviews, news, and talk.
Terra Talk out.
Bow.